Doing well. I hope you're having a great time. I hope you're crafting, knitting, crocheting, whatever you feel like, maybe sewing. My name is Julia, and yeah, I thought I would make use of this Saturday and just record another episode. And here we are. I'm coming to you from the south of Germany, actually. And yeah, it's mid-January, and I have been creative a lot, mostly knitting, but also got hooked up some crochet projects, which I usually don't do. But yeah, I found a new obsession I'm going to show you, and also some sewing, a smaller sewing project. Yeah, because I picked up sewing as well last year, like 1 year ago during Christmas break. I asked my mom to teach me like the basics of sewing, because she's always had a sewing machine, and yeah, but I think she mostly used it to like fix things and stuff. But when she was younger, she was sewing also some clothes, and she had some old patterns, and I was just going through her yeah, like accessoires and stuff to sew, and threads and stuff, and got a sewing machine last year. But the main focus should be on knitting. At least that's my plan. And I thought I don't really have I don't have any finished objects to show you. I've been knitting a lot, but I have some bigger projects going on. So yeah, I thought I would just show you the status. And I wanted to start with one project that I shown you last time, which is the Lovisa Cardigan by Ingrid. And I have made some progress since last time. I think I shown it to you. It's in this gorgeous green, and we have a sleeve. Hope you can see. And let's see. Yeah, I hope you can see also this gorgeous color. Yeah, that's how it's looking. One sleeve is finished, so I have one more sleeve to go, and then the how do you say, the button band, and I'm knitting it on 4mm needles, and it's knit up with Nutiden yarn from their last year, one of last year's collections, and one thread of Einband from Lopi, the Icelandic brand. And yeah, I love the fabric that it's creating. I decided to go for the 4mm needles because I wanted it to be really with a good structure. And I think the Einband and the Nutiden are working really well together, also because it was my first project with Nutiden. And for now, I think I have discovered, I have tried also different unspun yarns, and I think Nutiden for sure is the one with it's the one that breaks most easily. But it's gonna create such a nice fabric, so I'm going through this knitting process, and I'm actually thinking about knitting up another sweater or two. I have 2 sweaters in mind with also unspun yarn, but I'm going to tell you more about that in probably one of the next episodes. And another project that I'm really happy with. I was not sure in the beginning because I was not sure about the size, but now I think it's going to work out well. And that is this one. Probably you all know. If you're a knitter, you might know. I'm going to show you the beautiful color. It's the Ranunculus by Midori. and yeah, it's just a lovely project. I started it on Christmas break, so 2 weeks ago, almost 3 weeks ago, and I've almost finished the body. So yeah, it's quite a quick knit. Now I'm just doing the ribbing, and a lot of part is stockinette. So yeah, it's just going really quickly. And I knit this. I'm knitting this in a yarn from, I think the brand is Wool Dreamers. I hope that's the correct one. And it's 90. Yeah, that's the English word, but I think it's Noventas in Spanish. It's a Spanish brand, and it's a very it's very thin in general, but I hope you can see. Hope it is focusing. It's like this gorgeous wine red color, red wine. How do you say? And has like certain variations in it. And when I bought it in Berlin, actually, end of last year. And I saw the color and I completely fell in love with the color. And then in the store, I checked like the woman working there. She showed me different like samples of the knit up fabric. And there were some also with knitted with mohair, for example, like held together. But I was like, I think I want to use it by itself because it's such an amazing color. And if you pair it, it's gonna be very different, like in the way how the color looks. So I went for, and I was not sure because I think I got 4 skeins, and it's the recommended needle, like the recommended knitting like needle size is 2.5 to 3.5. But for the Ranunculus, I'm going for 5mm needles, so it's a bit of a lighter fabric. But I think it works quite well, and it's gonna bloom also. So it's gonna be perfect to just like throw over certain garments, like maybe in the evening in summer, or like for the transitioning period of spring and autumn. I think it's gonna be perfect. And yeah, I was not sure about the amount of yarn I got, because I got like 4 skeins, and I thought, it's gonna be easily enough for like a lighter like garment, like a, I don't know, I was thinking about like something from Petite Knit maybe, but in the end I was like, no, I don't think that's what I want to do with it. And I've always heard about the ranunculus, that you can make it up with any amount of yarn basically. And I thought, okay, I have more or less like around 950 meters, so I'm just gonna try it. And for now it's gonna be fine. I've just started the 3rd ball, and I have 4, so to finish both sleeves, it's gonna be enough for sure. And I'm really looking forward to finish this, and also the Lovisa cardigan. Yeah, so what else? I quickly want to show you the crochet project, and also what I sewn, because yeah, I've just been in a very creative, I don't know, like I've been in a really creative place. And I had some free time, so I was just like knitting a lot and just let my creativity flow, which was really nice. To just make that time for being creative and crafty. So what else have I worked on is basically 2 projects, or 3. First of all, I got really inspired by Knit Diet on Instagram. You might know her. She's a Ukrainian knitwear designer based in Spain. I love her knitting content, but I also love that she lives in the north of Spain, because that's also one of my favorite places in the world. Not just if you like surfing, but like the landscape. It's just beautiful for hiking, and very different to what you usually expect from Spain as like a vacation country, let's say. So yeah, I've spent some time there. I'm planning to go back this year. And so what she did was, she has made some videos how she uses old, how she turns basically old t-shirts and just clothing into like a rug. And this is by basically cutting the shirt in like a thread, so that it becomes like a thread. You can also buy this. Actually, I saw it in a yarn store just recently, but you can easily make it yourself. And I always like wonder what to do with like clothes that I'm not wearing anymore. I try to reuse some for like smaller sewing projects, but obviously sometimes you just have fabric that you don't want to use anymore. And I think for this, it's just a perfect purpose. And so I started to make 2 rugs, one for below my desk, where I also craft a lot, where I have my sewing machine, but I also work at. And I also wanted to make one for maybe my entrance, or where my shoes are here in the apartment. Yeah, so, and I guess like probably all of you also have a lot of like not just old t-shirts, but also scrap yarn. And and in my opinion, like I still have that in mind, and it might be possible. I'm really inspired by Lerke Dagger, I think it's her name, her projects, and she always makes up the most beautiful stuff with scrap yarn. And so at one point, because I have a huge quantity of BC Garn Bio Balance that I don't know what to do with, and it's like in a very neutral, like beige color. So I thought pairing this with scraps, it's gonna be perfect for like a bigger sweater size, yeah. But so far I haven't gotten around to this. I have like just so many other projects that I want to finish. Yeah, so I used the inspiration and just started working on a scrap yarn project. And this is gonna be, yeah, this is gonna be like the rug for the for my desk. And I'm just pairing like this. I'm probably gonna use this darker blue, and pairing it with like certain shades of blue, green, and beigey colors from the scrap yarns. And the other one is like in yellow colors, so it's really fun to just see how things are coming, like the colors are coming together. It's a lot of fun to just see how it evolves, and it keeps you going. Like I'm really obsessed with just working on it. And the other one is actually a very much self-crafted sewing piece. So I had a sweater, like a woolen sweater, 100% wool, that I bought last year when I was visiting California, and I bought it in a secondhand store. I loved it. It was a huge bargain for it being like 100% wool. And what happened? I'm so like I'm paying a lot of attention to how I wash my self-made knits. But then when it comes to bought stuff, I don't know what happened. I just threw it in the washing machine. It was on a very like small, like not small, like it was on a very low like temperature cycle, for sure, like the woolen cycle on 30 degrees, but still it came out and it felt it, and it was just too stiff and a bit too small for me to wear it anymore. And I was really sad for a long time. I tried certain things to stretch it out, but it didn't really work. So I just had to accept that it's not going to be a sweater anymore. But, and I can show you, so this is how the fabric looks now. It had these like these flowers, and then the sleeves had like certain not embroidered, but like certain other motifs in like a two-colored way, and it was very pretty. But I figured, okay, I'm gonna make use of this as it's already felted. I'm gonna use it for a laptop case, actually, and that's what I made with it. I was not sure about how to finish it. Like, it was not the easiest to actually like sew this fabric and make it neat, make it look neat. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna make an inlet with some other fabric scraps that I had. I really like this one. I made out a top out of this one. And also about the closing, I was not sure, but then I just sew on these buttons basically, and I think it serves the purpose. It's quite handy, and I've already used it last week when I went to Paris on like a short trip just by myself, which was really nice. And I obviously also bought some yarn because what do you do as a knitter when you travel to another place? You just look up some yarn stores, and that's what I did. I was actually surprised because when I was in Berlin end of last year, I went to one yarn store there, and it was packed. Like, it was a Saturday, it was so crowded, and I was like, I just love how people are picking up knitting again. And apparently it's a thing, like maybe it's a thing in Germany that it became so popular, but in France it was, I mean, you saw a lot of young people also in the store, but it was not as crowded. But maybe it was during the week, so maybe it was not as highly frequented. And so I went to two yarn stores. One, and I think I had a certain idea in mind. So I wanted to buy some French yarn, from a French brand, not necessarily French yarn, but a French brand or something special. And I mean, I've heard a lot of people talking about La Bien Aimée, but I thought there might be other brands as well. And in the first store that I went to, they had a huge selection of like a lot of European like brands that you can imagine, but stuff that I can also get my hands on here in Germany, like Isayer, and then also a lot of sock yarn, which I usually don't tend to buy that much. But they had a huge selection. It was just not for the right thing for what I was looking for. And then in the second store, that was actually my place, because I spent probably an hour, I don't know how long. It was a super nice shop, and the owner was also super helpful. I was just browsing through what they had, and they also had a few new brands to me. So I always love that when I like get to discover new brands and just like look at all the different colors, and and they also had a lot of like French brands, so I was sure I would find something there. And in the end I got drawn to one thing right when I entered the store, and I also ended up buying it because I thought, okay, this caught my eye from the very first second. So I was like, okay, this is like this is something I have to get, even if I don't know what I'm gonna make with it. And it is this beautiful skein of hand spun yarn. Look at it. It's just all the colors I like. Yeah, I just love the color combination. And they had 2 skeins of it. I just took one because I thought I'm not really sure what to make with it. I talked to the owner about it, like about the gauge and the weight, because this is around 60 grams, and he said it's probably like a worsted gauge, so I think it should be around 100 meters. And I actually got an idea yesterday, because obviously, like when I buy new yarn, I get new ideas, and I thought I'm thinking about the flower, or the pressed flower handkerchief. I think that's how it's called, because I have another skein of a worsted yarn, and it's a yak, and it's like, it must be similar in weight, I think. And for the pressed flowers, you need 2 different yarns in different colors, and that could work because the other one is a dark brown, and I thought dark brown combined with this could be really, really pretty. But yeah, let's see. And the other one, it's a very I don't know why I love colors, but I also tend to just buy a lot of muted color, or not muted, but more like natural colors. I like natural colors of sheep yarn, like beige and yeah, browns and all of that. But I also love colors in general when it comes to clothing. But I think this is one of my most statement-y color so far. And I bought 2 skeins of this pink. I was first drawn to another pink, and then I saw that it was superwash, and I was like, I don't want to buy superwash yarn. It's just like not something I wanna work with anymore. And then they had a small sale section with Livgivaren, and it is 50% Falcon Corriedale, 25% Falcon Merino, and 25 Wensleydale yarn or wool. And yeah, I think it's stunning. Like, I hope you can see the color. It's very pink. I don't think I own anything in this color, but I'm very keen on making a vest for this, or a slip over. I was thinking about maybe the Happy Hour top by Jaime Creates. I'm wearing her Shortcake sweater. I think I've shown it to you last episode. And I've made the Happy Hour top before. I know she did like a remake of this one, and I thought it would look really nice. On the other hand, I would also like something that you can open, like with buttons. So not 100% sure, but yeah, let's see. It might be maybe a spring project or something. So these are my acquisitions when it comes to wool. I wanted to show you a book that I have just picked up from the bookstore, actually. I've been following Spectacle Street for a long time. And I've actually made one of the patterns in the book, which is the Licket Jumper. I don't want to show you too much of the page. But the reason why I got it is actually because of the famous wave sweater I just, when I saw it the first time, I just wanted to make it. And yeah, that's why I got this. I don't have a lot of knitting books, only one other one by Witwe Design. But that one I also really love. So I thought, why not spend my money on one book and have around 25 patterns instead of just buying individual ones. So yeah, that is everything for today. I hope you are working on a project that makes you happy, with colors that make you happy, yarn that makes you happy, and just a lot of things that make you happy in general. And that life is treating you well, that you're taking care of yourself, that you had a good start into 2026. And let me know with what project you started into this new year, what you're working on right now. And I hopefully talk to you soon. Bye. The happy hour talk before, I know she did like a remake of this one, and I thought it would look really nice. On the other hand, I would also like something that you can open, like with buttons. So not 100% sure, but yeah, let's see. It might be maybe a spring project or something. So these are my acquisitions. When it comes to wool, I wanted to show you a book that I have just picked up from the bookstore actually. It was a Christmas present to myself, and I'm just gonna get it really quickly. Okay, so look what I got. It is, I didn't even know that it existed. I've been following Spectacle Street for a long time. And I've actually made one of the patterns in the book, which is the Lick Jumper. I don't want to show you too much of the page. But the reason why I got it is actually because of the famous wave sweater. I just, when I saw it the first time, I just wanted to make it. And yeah, that's why I got this. I don't have a lot of knitting books, only one other one by Victor Design. But that one I also really love. So I thought, why not spend my money on one book and have around 25 patterns instead of just buying individual ones. So yeah, that is everything for today. I hope you are working on a project that makes you happy, with colors that make you happy, yarn that makes you happy, and just a lot of things that make you happy in general. And that life is treating you well, that you're taking care of yourself, that you had a good start into 2026. And let me know with what project you started into this new year, what you're working on right now. And I hopefully talk to you soon. Bye.